Okay, now it works. I have been trying to get this going, the scheduled one. So now I have to give everybody the link because because the one that I had scheduled gone bye-bye. Wonder fail. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I I'm I'm glad. I don't know what the hell happened with the last one. I'm posting the new link for everybody. That was so weird. It's like my scheduled one, it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Anyways, hello everybody. E here. Tonight I want to talk about our favorite books and what we remember the most about it. I will start and then you guys can jump in too. What I want to do is I don't want this to be recent books. I want or recent reads. I want you guys to talk about your favorite books that you read ages ago. And I want you not to cheat, not to look up your reviews or anything like that. I want you to tell me exactly what you remember about that book. Yes, as always, when I do these themed lives or themed videos, I have a reason for it. And I will tell you at the end of this live what my reasoning is. I have a theory and I'm trying to prove that theory. Also, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it is currently pouring down rain and Shell just took the trash can down the hill. So, anyways, yeah, you have no memory. I know, lazy. It's all right. Misogyny will do that to you. Um, the freak off. Yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna get started. Derek, Derek, you missed what I said. I'm going to start, and then y'all can go next. Don't do it just yet. But first, a word from our mofo sponsor. You know what it is. What is it? What am I about to hold up? What am I about to hold up? Y'all tell me. Down there, down there, down, down. What am I about to hold up? Hey Jude, hey Brad, hey Lazy, hey Haley, hello everybody. What? It has been a long time, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. If you guys can hear me over the rain, I'm probably Brad's right. A bottle of Tesla tequila. No, we do not support Nazis here. Uh, Freak show of Flaming Fortune. Yes, today's sponsor and sponsor from here on out is The Last Freak Show, Book One, Flamin' Fortune by S.E. Johnson. I wrote this book specifically for people who feel like outcasts, even among outcasts. It is a story of found family, and hopefully you will find family here. It's gotten nothing but positive reviews. Everyone who reads it seems to get it, and that cannot always be said about my books. Not that I'm clever or anything, but sometimes I miss the mark and people miss the point. Anyways, this one, it's a chunker of a book. It's first book in a series. And the reason why I'm doing an ad is because I'm going to be posting this VOD if the power stays on. I'm going to be posting this VOD after we get done. You can't hear that? That's all I can hear. If I'm hollering, I'm sorry because, yeah. Too late. Already got your copy today. Well, Landon, you're going to have a new favorite, Lorn. So you can't hear it at all? Okay, well, I'll try to keep my voice down. The Last Freaky Show, Feet in Fortune. No, The Last Freaky Show, Feet in Fornication. How about that one? I would sing that, Derek. I would sing it, but I don't want to get demonetized. Oh, we got 11 people in here. Hello, everybody. Come on in. I want to talk. I'm going to start this. I'm going to pull one of my favorite books off the shelf just kind of randomly. I don't have anything in mind. I'm going to pull off the first one that really speaks to me, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I remember about it. Also, I'm very interested to see if what we remember about our favorite books actually happened the way it happened. So do not cheat. Don't go looking up anything don't look up your reviews or anything. I also don't want this to be recent reads. So just pick a favorite book and be like, okay, this is what I remember about this book. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, nobody's judging anybody here. I promise. All right, let me get started. Oh, ah. I am picking the last feet show, flakes and fungal nail infections. No. Infinite Jest, the book that every white man says is the best book of all time, by David Foster Wallace. I do not know why this book gets the shit that it does. Yes, it has some dude bro literature people who I'm trying to be nice here, who get it wrong. But I feel that this is one of the most important books of the past century. What I remember most specifically about this book is there's a chapter toward the end. It might even be the last chapter, that brings you to a character that has not been in the story whatsoever up until this point. Now, this is a 1,000-page tome, right? Hang on. Yeah, it's over 1,000 pages, almost 1,100 pages. And I specifically remember reading this, and I was very proud of myself. I read this with Shell, but we were very proud of ourselves because we figured out what Wallace was trying to do with this second to last or last chapter about this character you didn't read about throughout the entire other 1,000 pages. What he was trying to get at was, here you have a character pouring their heart out during, I think it's like an AA meeting or an NA meeting, something like that, pouring his heart out about his life and his struggles and everything he has gone through and all the trials and tribulations, all that stuff. It's an ad break. Anyways, he is pouring his heart out, trying that. The only reason I'm continuing on is because this is going to go up as a VOD. I'll try and repeat this once Haley. Yeah, okay, Haley's back. So he's pouring his heart out, and the people in the audience, not the audience, the other people there for the AA or NA meeting, I believe it's NA, it might be. They're just kind of, they're not paying attention to him either. And what Wallace was trying to get at was, sometimes we do not pay attention to people if they are not important to us. He's trying to say that you should care about everyone, as long as they haven't done any horrible shit, that kind of thing. But everybody's important and everybody is unimportant, both things. And I know that's a bit of cognitive dissonance, but that's what I remember most about this book. That, and there's a scene with, I believe it's a drag queen. It might be a trans character. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it's a drag queen. And because in the book, Wallace speaks to him as a he. So drag queen character has a boa, a feather boa, and trying to kick the drugs while on some kind of public transportation, whether it be a subway or a bus line, something like that. And then that person shitting all over themselves, because when you come off the drugs, especially narcotics, when you come off the drugs, everything starts to wake up. And I remember that viscerally. There's another scene, and this is kind of what I'm getting at, scenes that we don't really remember, but there's another scene where I believe it's the rehab place. There's another scene there where there's like a fight or something, and they end up outside. There's a car involved, whatnot. But I only remember bits and pieces, just fragments of that. And that's pretty much all I remember about this book. Do I still love it? Yes. Will I ever reread it? Probably not, because it is such a chunker. But yeah, Infinite Jest is the first one I wanted to talk about. And out of this entire 1,000-page book, y'all might be thinking, hey, 1,000 pages and all you remember are 3 short scenes? Yes. But sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes you can read a 10-page story and it be the best thing that you have ever read. But anyways, that's where I'm at. That's the one I picked. Infinite Jest, baby. All right. Now I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear about your favorite books. I want to hear what you remember the most and what it meant to you. What's a book? For you, probably toilet paper, Mike. Sometimes you gotta pop out and shit on books. If y'all haven't met Ryan Bow. This is Ryan Bow. I keep trying to get his hair out of his eyes. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Ryan's going away because I want to read these. Gonna be the teacher's pet and say the last pre-show. Well, what stuck out? But it's a recent read, so you're cheating. I can't let you, Jude. I'm sorry. Well, you can say what you want to. That's interesting because we are all encouraged by social media to be the main character, seeing strangers as filler NPCs. But all people are complex and might have something to teach us. Yes. Also, there's no main character in this book. I wanna kind of harp on that. There is no main character in here. All of the characters carry equal weight and are just as important. There, you might have a favorite character. That's fine, but there is no main character in here. And that's something that I got from David Foster Wallace. I'm not gonna lie. I remember that one time a writing duo described someone's muscles as taut. I would. Is that one of your favorite books, Mike? Is that one of your favorite books? Recent read. The people are you? I was worried about you finishing that bar. Of course you were, D-Rec. You don't trust me at all. I see how it is. All right. So you're currently reading The People in Trees. Um. Hey, have you on mute? Sorry, I'm not on mute. I'm confused. What happened? Okay, Ty. Frankenstein, the creature hiding outside the house of the family, and he learns from unknown to them. Hang on, he learns unknown to them how to read and speak, and then the horrible reception the first time they see him. Oh, that's a good one. That's really good. It's one of my favorite books. The Boobon. What's his name? The insult comic, the dog. Oh, I can't believe oh man. I forgot his name. Talent? Torrent? I can't remember. I remember vividly the scene from The Terror. Terror is a great one. Where Blanky, the ice master, gave up and stayed back to face the Tunbach alone. And it was after that I knew it had become my favorite novel. That's awesome. That's awesome. I thought for sure you were gonna say Dreamcatcher, something from Dreamcatcher. And I wouldn't have picked on you. I wouldn't have done that, Landon, because I'm a new man. I am a new person. And if you love Dreamcatcher, then you love Dreamcatcher. I remember wanting to hug the creature so badly. He just wanted a friend. Yeah. Bobble. Sorry. Had something in my throat. What else could he do? What else could anyone do but reach out and push her down the stairs? From the Other by Thomas, Tyron? Triumph. That's it. Thank you, Mike. Sorry, I knew it was a T. Excuse me. Haley says, I've read it. I'm currently reading Dungeon Crawler. I want to show you something. It's hilarious. I know, because peep this. Peep this. Hang on, I gotta wait for my app to load. Okay, actually, I don't know if you can see this. It's not gonna, is it? Yes, it is. Right there. I'm literally currently starting this. Literally. I'm saving that for another comment. Don't worry. I got you. All right. Yeah, it is a good one, Ty. Yes, I want to hug Bobble too. Of course. Of course. My favorite thing, it's hilarious. I listened to the preview and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta own this." Um Dreamcatcher is titties? Of course it is. Of course it is. Because you are entitled to your opinion. Smile. Sorry, I just had to make another opinion in my pants. My favorite thing in Dungeon Crawler Carl so far is the cat character whose name is Princess Donut, the Queen Anne of Chonk. That's funny because we call Demon Chonk Rap Supreme. it's it's fun. The crazy part is my friend Linton, not Landon, Linton, Linton Bowers. He's an author. You can check out his books. My buddy Linton mentioned I should write in a certain genre where people are in a video game and know they're in a video game. And I'm like, it's not really my thing. I tried it, it didn't work out. I tried to be too literary with it, as I've been cursed to do recently. Everything I write has to have some deep diabolical meaning. But yeah, so I got it and I listened to the preview. As you can see, I listened to the preview. I and I'm gonna be starting it. So okay. I read a fantastic book. Jude H says, I read a fantastic book a few years ago called The Forever War. Not sure I could pick out a specific moment, but it's a really bleak, introspective read inspired by the author's experiences in Vietnam. Ooh, I like that. And it's a favorite of yours, right, Jude? Because that's like the theme tonight. We got to make sure it's a favorite. So I find it very interesting how you're going to focus. Focus, you dirty son of a. The Forever War is awesome. That's cool. But anyways, what I was saying was, I find it interesting how we can have favorite things and not really remember much about them, and that's why I was going to, that's why I wanted to do tonight's stream. Hello, Tammy. How are you doing? Let's see here. I'm going to love it. I'm sure I am, just for the humor alone, because the cat's name and all that stuff. It sounds like so much fun. This one-up mushroom represents the futility of life. Even given a second chance, you will fail. Wow. Yep, it's changed the way I write in ways few other books have. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Jude. It's a favorite of yours. You really don't remember much about it, but how did it change the way you write? Like, why is it significant to you? Is it just the feeling you got afterward? It wasn't strictly written as such, but it works as a wonderful counter to Starship Troopers. Yeah, that book is much different. And I know you know this, but that book is much different than the movie. The only thing I remember, Literary Stoner, aka Ty, says the only thing I remember from The Outsiders, which I know I loved, is thinking, OMG, they're smoking. I can't let my parents know I'm reading this for school. Yeah, and it was a banned book at one time because of stuff like that. Landon says, House of Leaves, the scene where the house physically attacked the uncle by smashing his hands and dropping him into a void. I just realized that I'm going to get spoilers here for books that I haven't read, but that's okay because I started this mess. So yeah, spoilers for all these books. You had to read it for school. Yeah, I know. But back in the day, it was banned. Yeah, just like Handmaid's Tale. A lot of us had to read that in school, and it was banned. Lord of the Flies was banned. There's a bunch of stuff that was banned. The rain just stopped all of a sudden. All right, do we have any more before I go on to another book that I had? So that Landon can get his Dreamcatcher scene in? That's supposed to be an optical illusion, but I can't get it to work right. Oh, Gage, I've got something for you, mommy. Oh. Stay golden, pony boy. Stay golden. How you doing, Jimmy? It's the only book I had to read for school that I enjoyed. For me, the only one was, we didn't read The Outsiders. Or I love that book. We didn't read it. My favorite one that I had to read, and I still reread from time to time, is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. Pony boy. My favorite part from The Old Man and the Sea is when the old man goes to the sea. I'm gonna throw Zoop out the window. Like, I'm gonna just chuck his ass. I'm gonna chuck him. That's what's gonna happen. All right, Mike. To be real, the scene in Abercrombie's Red Country where Glamma Golden realizes just who he's fighting in the arena and knows his time is up. That's what, Joe Abercrombie? Is that that fantasy author? Jimmy. I've never read Outsiders, but I've seen the movie a lot. Me too. I've read the book a couple times, but the audiobook is fantastic. At least the one that I listened to was. Derek, no one ever thought that. What did Derek say? I loved Harry Potter and thinking the writer must be a really nice person. Oh, fuck you, Derek. You and Zoop are going to be the end of me. All right, Handmaid's Tale should be banned for plagiarism. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not. Margaret Atwood did some dirty shit, but yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not. Though Red Country is written very much like a Western. Really? That might be something. I know I tried one of it, what the Knight's Blade or something like that. The blade itself. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I tried one of his books and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. You watched the movie in school? Cool. I need to read more fantasy. I tend to lean towards sci-fi and horror. Yeah, you do need to read more fantasy. I need to read more fantasy. Sorry, my face was itching. My face was itching. Trail of a Trail of Blood manga. I remember the general feeling of discomfort and sadness and the quiet stillness of the ending. That brings me to my next book. I'm gonna go get the next one. Hang on. All right. Thank you, Haley, because I never would have thought about this. Now, here's something you guys should find interesting. I did not like this book when I first read it. I didn't like it at all. I gave it like 2.5 stars. But then I went back and reread it a couple years later. I mean, I read it like a decade ago. My buddy Gregor told me to read it. And yes, Gregor exists. He is not me. I am not him. He's an author himself. He exists. Gregor Zane with an X instead of a Z. Anywho, so he told me to read this. I read it and I was like, man, that was really predictable, man. And he's like, I don't know, I liked it, right? Whatever he said. And then I went back and reread it, and I realized that the twist wasn't the point of the book. And then it became one of my favorites. The Silent Lamb. Land, not lamb. It's not a lamb. It's land. The Silent Land by Graham Joyce, I believe. Yeah. And this is a really, really cool dust jacket. Check this out. It's see-through. And it's almost like a layer of snow. Get it? Get it? The Silent Land. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to start the Last Freak show as soon as I'm done with House of Leaves, which should be tonight. Rock the fuck on. Enjoy. I have never seen Gregor and E in the same room. I remain suspicious. I was about to say that's because you've never seen either one of us in person, but you have seen me. So now I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad now because Mike is the only one in here that I know of, I think, that has ever actually met me in person. We had pizza. It was a nice little date. He didn't put out at the end though, so I'm still salty about that. Silent Man be like, anywho. So what I remember about this book, going back to the whole theme of this, what I remember the most about this book is the emptiness of it, the feeling of complete and utter isolation, being completely cut off from the world. It's of course called The Silent Land for a reason. I believe it's about a couple, and they wake up one day or something happens and there's nobody around. All the people at the ski resort, something, I believe it's a ski resort because you got the lift. But I remember reading this and thinking what I was thinking about the end, which then made me not really pay attention to any of the rest of it because I was like, let me hurry up and get to the end of it and see if I'm right. And I was right, unfortunately. It's the tism talking. Touch of the tism talking. Anyways. But that's not the point of the book. And when I went back and reread it, it became, and that's why I'm glad that I deleted all of my reviews, because there's a lot of reviews that I didn't agree with. By the way, I'm on Storygraph now as Edward Lorn. I don't fuck with Goodreads. I don't fuck with Amazon, even though my books are up there. There's nothing can be done about that. Okay, it's the number one bookseller. They got to be up there. But yeah, favorite book, favorite book for that reason. It was all the atmosphere, the snow. If you like a good if you like a good isolation in the snow story, like Michael McBride's Snowbound, that kind of thing. This is better written. Even though McBride is a great author, don't get me wrong. This is better written. It's a literary fiction. It's got some really good horror stuff. When literary authors vacation in horror, usually it's really, really good. All right, here we go. Let's get back. Gregor and E are two halves of a gestalt being called Gregor E. Yeah. I'm running through the top 10 tonight for you. The scene in Dreamcatcher, where Owen is lying on the snow covered ground, bleeding out, and hearing the eagles screech after they won the battle. Also, farts. Yes. Yes. And have you read it recently, Landon? Have you reread it recently? Does older Landon still hold the same? Does it still hold the same place in older Landon's heart as it did as teenager Landon? Is it the journey is more important than the destination? That's exactly what it is, Haley. Is exactly what it is. The journey is more important than the destination in Stephen King. In Stephen King terminology. Isolation in the snow is literally my favorite setting. I know. I know, Landon. I figured also you were here, so I figured I'd pop out and show you. You know. That's your favorite genre, Lazy. Have you ever read Snowbound? It's a good one. And also The Silent Land. You got to read both of them. Also Ronald Malfi's Is It Just Snow? Someone help me. Ronald Malfi. It's a book about snow. Misery. Yeah, of course, Misery, classic. Misery for How Brutal Annie Is. Amazing. Sorry. I still got a little congestion and whistling and whatnot in my chest. So, um, read it last January and it does hold up. That's interesting. That's interesting because everything I read as a teenager that I loved, I hate as an adult. Everything I hated, I now love. My favorite part of Dreamcatcher was Beebe on the toilet. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and so did he. Um, let's see here. Snow, yeah, snow, yeah. It's just snow, literally just called snow. That doesn't seem right. Hang on, hang on. Maybe I'm talking about another one. May- hmm, that's not it. Maybe there's something white, the pale white, some shit like that. Bone white. That's it. We found it. Bone white. Bone white. I finally found it. Boner white. It's not snow. I love the over the top characters in Gone South. Uh, I wrote a script for it, and I changed the character with the birthmark. I changed her to having vitiligo. And I really wish we could have gotten it made, but there's no way. Nobody cares about Vietnam anymore. And that's literally what I was told. That's I'm not saying personally, not personally. That's what I was told. Nobody cares about Vietnam anymore, especially not a story that's not set in Vietnam. So, um, yeah, same here. Crap in my chest. Yeah, it. I don't know if it's because I was a smoker. I don't know, but now anytime I get sick, I have chest issues for like months afterward. That happened with me in Doomickey. I hated it in the 10th grade and fell in love with it in college. All of King's stuff after the accident, except for the trilogy of trash, all of those like Doomickey, Lisi's story, I hated all of those books. And then I grew up and got some sense. Here's opening our chest clear. Yeah, definitely. If you want to read a batshit but very fun story set in a snowy setting, Snowblind and Snowblind. That's it, Snowblind, not Snowbound. Snowbound is by Blake Crouch. Yeah, that's what I was talking about just a minute ago. by Michael McBride are great. Yeah, Snowblind 1 and 2 are great. The Monsters in the Snow, you can't go wrong. In fact, that's a good thing to talk about next. In Snowblind, or part 2, I can't remember which, there's a character stuck underneath something, like a cabin or something in a crawl space. Am I remembering this correctly, Mike? Do you remember that scene? That's all I remember from either one of them, but I do remember they were amazing. My favorite book is Albert Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus, because of how beautifully he writes about the absurd. His metaphors to describe the horror and sadness of facing the void have stuck with me. That's awesome. I had chronic bronchitis as a kid. Same here. They gave me at same here, exactly the same. So it's just my dumb body. That's probably still the same thing with me. Bro, brother, listen to this. I had exercise induced asthma. Bitch, I was just out of breath. That's what everybody told me. That's what everybody told me. It's like, you're just out of breath because you're fat. But I wheeze. I wheeze. Exercise induced asthma. I was just fat. No, but I had constant bronchitis and asthma. I had to take an inhaler and all that stuff. All right. Let's see here. Wait, which books are the trilogy of trash? Cell, Dreamcatcher, and From a Buick 8. Yep, they get stuck in a basement or something, but I can't remember which one it was. Neither can I. They blur together to the point where I'm snowblind. I guess I'll reread. They're short. Yeah, they are. They're like novella length, short novel length, something like that. The whole ending of I'm thinking of ending things still reverberates in my mind every now and then. Excuse me. Did you ever go back and read it backward? I'm not talking the words backward. Talking about starting. It's easier to do with the audiobook. Starting at the last chapter and then reading until you get to chapter 1. If you have not done that, you have to do it. It is a completely different book, just as amazing of an experience. I tell everybody this, but especially listening to the audiobook with that scene. Damn, we're both autistic in this too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Recently, Jude says, recently been rereading the Foundation books. That's Ayn Rand. Is that who that is? Or is that the Fountainhead? I can't remember. Always remembered enjoying them when I was younger. Didn't enjoy the first book as much, but the second book impressed me way more. It's Asimov. Asimov. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I haven't read anything by Asimov. I was underweight as a kid, and the same thing. I can still taste the. Oh God, yeah, man, that inhaler. We also used to take my inhaler and get high with it. You ever do that shit where you click it like 18 times, and it basically it doesn't get you high. It's just lack of oxygen to your fucking brain. It's like whippets. You lost me on that last. Buick 8 is a great book, man. See, now I have to question all of your reviews, even your review for Freak Show. Now I have to question everything you've ever told me, Mike. Everything. Damn, y'all just like Azama. Y'all remember when I used to do that in reviews? Like, hey, A. My name's A now. How I get my own? I got A for Alzheimer's because I don't remember my own name. Hey, this is a great book. people, people used to get so mad about that. Because I have to go reverse read. I'm thinking of anything you do. I promise you, it is an experience, and it's never worked for anything else. And the funny part is, this is how I figured it out. I read the book. No, I listened to the audiobook. Then I went back and read the book. And as I'm reading the book, it gets to that part where it's just the repetition over and over again. Well, if you know the twist, in the audiobook, the voice changes. Okay. So I was like, there is nothing in the text version that denotes that. It's so confusing. So I went back and I started listening to it backward because I was still on the last chapter. And I went back and was like, hey, let me listen to the next one. Hang on. Let me listen to the next one. And I just kept doing it all the way back to chapter 1. And I was like, this is a whole different story. I don't know if Ian Reed, I don't know if he intended that, but it works. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. No, never did that. The narratives converging in hard-boiled wonderland and the end of the world, and the Murakami images is at its peak in that book. The next book I'm going to talk about is Murakami. You have inspired me to do that. Give me just a second. I want to catch up with chat. Bucate is a great example of a weird novel, probably one of the best of the modern era until Vandermeer said, "Hold my beer." You are not going to make me go back and read that book again. I got to read his new stuff. I promised people that since I'm back, I will continue on with the King stuff. Not one of my favorites, but one of the many stories in a horror anthology I listened to had a dude shove a Richard Greer. He had a fetish that was grim. Of course, D-Rec loved From a Buick 8. You got terrible taste in movies. You got terrible taste in women. You got terrible. Anybody get that reference before I go any farther? I don't want him to think that anybody get that reference. Anybody? The end of the John. Oh, the John. Yeah. 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 That was. Ooh, that one screws me up every time. That sounds very grim. Nearly as bad as the story I read about spreading. Oh, yeah. 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 That's a awful short story, and you should erase it from your brain. Plot twist, it is an amazing story and nobody understands it. So I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding, JP, Jimmy Brown. I know you're kidding. Don't do that. Don't start this. Anyways, let me bring out another one. And yes, I have 3 copies of this book if you'd like me to explain again why I have 3 copies of this book, because I have this one. Can't do it. That one and this one. Okay. Hello. I'm afraid I get demonetized if I say your name. Hello. I know we've talked before. Centipede. Centipede. Cinna. I'll just call you Cinna. Okay, well, I don't know. See, Zoe, I know who you are, but what I'm the reason for that is I don't when people like I want to get approval from people before I say their real names, like Ty, the people who don't mind. I don't know if you want me to refer to you as you while you're here. You get what I'm saying? Over on Discord is one thing. But anyways, this book. All I remember about this chonker, it's like 700 pages, I think. Yeah, 681 pages. One of my favorite Murakami books. But what I remember the most about it is all the stuff where he's digging, and it's the different he's digging, metaphorically speaking, he's digging pathways to other parts of the brain. And the entire area that he's in is basically the conscious, the subconscious, all that stuff. I remember that very, very vividly in this one. Okay, back to y'all. Finally caught alive again? Yes, you did. Hello, Jerry. Dang, Haley's getting lit up with I almost went full blown YouTuber, and it was like, you know how to get rid of ads, don't you? Become a member to the channel. I had a copy of Skeleton Crew in my bathroom growing up, and most of that book is burned in my brain. I would say the same thing for me, but it was Night Shift. That was one of the books that I always stole from the great book closet. My mother's, you know, if you know the story, you know, and I'm not going to repeat it again. But I would always steal that one because it had the cool eye thing on the cover, the first edition paperback. Just in time for hand stuff fetishes and comotels. Hey Nick, you've been here though. Be like me. I don't give him a choice to call him anything but my name. My real name is. Hey, are we related, Brad? Are we related? Because my real name is Southeast Johnson. It's the angle of my dangle. Southeast Johnson. Uh, I'm Haley. Anyone ready for the monkey next week? I am more ready for it now because I watched Long Legs. Thank you again, Derek, for pizza and a movie. I still missed the caress of your hand on my thigh. But I I don't know about this one. This one seems too commercial, but it does look good. It looks fantastic, and I know it's going to be amazing. But this one feels too commercial. I hope he still has his weird and wacky ways. I am so excited for the monkey. I am, but I don't want to get too excited because I don't want to get let down. Vagina tentacles. Oh, that's an old one. That's harkening back to the days when to the days when I used to do this show, this show, the magic of television. This show from an elliptical. My- yeah, in my mother's house because she had better internet than I did. Y'all remember them days? How many y'all, just show of hands, thumbs up or whatever, the easiest emoji for you. How many y'all remember those days? I know Ty does. I know Lazy's gonna remember. There's a bunch of people who are gonna. I've not read Skeleton Crew yet, so I'll have to read that before I watch the monkey. I don't think so. From the movie, anybody else get the vibe that the movie is a sequel to the short story? I have a reason for that. If y'all want to know my reason, it's kind of spoiler territory, but if y'all want to remember, I mean, if y'all want to talk about it, let me know. Look at all them hands. Look at all them hands. I'm pumped for the monkey. Might want to reread the short story for yeah. I remember the ending being kind of funny. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it. I was talking about the monkey with a friend the other day, but they thought I was talking about that Robin Williams movie. Robin Williams movie with a monkey. Hmm. You lost me there. I'm more excited for the sixth Final Destination. I just hope it's better than what? Three or four? Four. The one that was in 3D. I'm Nick Cage. No, you're just Nick in a cage. The cage of your mind. Free your mind, bro. Free your mind. I remember Yonder Days of Vagina Tentacles. You do, yeah. I get that vibe. You think it came out of the exactly, Landon. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's a point in the okay. Here's I won't spoil it, but I can spoil it to be fair. Yeah, it's not that important. Um, the ending of the monkey is they supposedly stop the evil. That's all I'll say. Yeah, that's all I'll say. In the in the movie, in the trailer for the movie, he says, "Do you remember when we thought we stopped it?" Something along those lines. You guys seen that part in the trailer? Robbie Williams biopic. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember a Robin Williams movie with a monkey. I think I would Final Destination: The Last Stop. That's not what it's called, is it? Final Destination 3 with the sunbed is terrifying. I agree. Final Destination 3D. You know what? You know what pisses me off about Final Destination 3D? It's not the third one. It's the fourth one. Before they semi rebooted it, they didn't really reboot it, but they made it a circle. That's all I'll say for anybody who hasn't seen it. I think he's referring to him throwing it down the well, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm thinking it's going to open with that scene. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just speculating here, but I think it's going to open with the end of the short story. I think it's more of a sequel than it is. I I think. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. But we shall see. It's obviously going to be much longer because what the short story is like, what, 30 pages? I don't have many of these left because I sold my collection, but I do have the doubles. I did keep the doubles. Yeah, it's only 34 pages. That's all it is. You're craving chocolate? Is it never mind. That's none of my fucking business. Why was I about to ask you that? Anyways, that's cool. I'm Nick Slayer of the Weed. It's pretty short. If I yeah, it's only 34 pages. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Haley. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would. That is such a dude bullshit to say, but I was like, "It's none of your fucking business, E. It's absolutely none of your fucking business." Anyway, back to our favorite books. Yes, let's go. Let's get back. Let's get back. The scene in my best friend's ex. I can't believe you like that. Sometimes I don't. I feel like I don't know who you are, Landon. Anyways, where the crows are smashing into the glass door. That's fair. That's fair. The tiger in the basement of school. Oh, here there be tigers? It should be, but they would have to do some heavy lifting because that short story is only like 10 pages long. Yeah, I'm not saying it, but I know yes, we and numerous other people are going to understand also, but anyways. The opening of the troop with the guy in the diner, fair, fair. That was a 3-star book for me. It didn't really like stick with me at all. It just there I have a certain issue with Craig Davidson or Nick Cutter or Jeffrey Leibowitz. I can't remember what the other one is. Lebowskiwitz, something like that. Dark Skies, underrated movie. That's the alien one, right? I'm right here. I don't have a reason to eat chocolate. I'm just a greedy fuck. Fair. Absolutely fair. Um Wait a second. Do both the troop and the deep start with a dude in a diner? Do both of them? We read Best Friend's Exorcism in my class last semester, and it was unanimously liked by the whole class. That's because y'all are young, dumb, and full of cum. That's why y'all like that book. That's why everyone hated the movie. I'm just saying, it is a proven fact. I am never wrong. Never. I just proved it by not being wrong. Never. Ifa came in and she knows my voice, Haley. She still knows my voice. It is ingrained in her gray matter from all the times that I talked to her when she was an itty bitty kitten. Patrick Lestuska. I still can't say it. I didn't like the animal stuff, but thought book was good. It was good. Don't get me wrong. They're okay. I just don't understand the craze about them. I know I'm an old man, shaking his fist at clouds. I get it. But there is such a and I've said this before and I'll say it again. There is such a lack of good horror nowadays. Okay, let me put it to you this way. Modern horror is good to a lot of people because when you are used to eating Vienna sausages, a hamburger will taste like steak. Ooh, bars, bitch. Bars. Somebody send that one to K Dot. Little Heaven doesn't start in a diner. I know that much. Yeah, it starts with the weird like centipede monster creature thing and all that shit. It's just it. The Deep is just Event Horizon underwater. The Troop is just a horror version of Lord of the Rings. The dude does nothing original. Nothing. And it annoys the piss out of me. Just like Trembles. Trembles. The one book, what is it? I've erased it from my mind. The reboot of The Exorcist he did. It's just the reboot of The Exorcist. Babushka. She does know your voice. That's cool. Multiple scenes in the ruins. Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Amy getting sick and the ending. Yeah, Brad. Well, that's the one that I remember like every single scene in the book. I also kind of dug the movie. It was nowhere near the literary experience that the book was, but I really dug the movie. Is that bad of me? I really liked the movie. I thought the special effects were okay. I really enjoyed the movie, even though they turned it into like a teen slasher movie. My best friend Exorcism sucks, but it's good. It is good. That's what I'm talking about. It is good. It is like medium quality. Back in the day, this shit wouldn't have been published by Scribner and Simon and Schuster and Random Penguin. It wouldn't have been published by them. It would have been in Zebra. It would have been published by Zebra or Leisure. That's where I'm at with the new horror authors. The days of King and Straub and Barker and all that stuff, them shits is gone. And still ain't read it, but have read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampire to Slaying Vampires and loved it. Yeah. I mean, he definitely Grady Hendrix has a finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist of especially America. He just doesn't do it for me, cuz he doesn't do it. And Grady, if you ever see this, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I ain't got no beef with the dude. I don't know the dude at all. He does get his Stephen King lore all fucked up, but that's beside the point. I like steak. Just Nick out of nowhere. Actually, you don't like steak because you haven't read West Lake Soul. I sent you that book, and I can see your face when you opened it. You were like excited and opened up. I was like, oh. But you like book like Sean Huston, Hussey, whatever the hell his name was. You like books like that. That's definitely Vienna sausages. You know what I'm talking about? The last modern horror movie I liked is The Substance. I remember that one. No, I don't remember that one, but we did watch it. Oh, where am I? I listened to Winterset Hollow and it was cool. I have that one on ebook. I think it's a really cool fantasy novel. It seems so innocent and whimsical, then it's dark as fuck. That's what I've heard. Yeah. I don't remember the whole book, but it's a favorite. I especially loved and remember the ending of American God. No one can talk about him on my channel ever again. And if you don't know why, I will tell you, but I really don't want to repeat this. Don't mention that dude no more on my channel. It is personal at this point. I know you don't know Landon. I'm throwing this out there. Do not mention that sorry son of a bitch ever again in my presence. When Evil Lurks is dope. Yes, it is. I agree. But I already talked about that. I love the Ruins book, movie, and audiobook read by Patrick Wilson. I have not listened to the audiobook. I definitely need to. Do you? Do you read Sutter Kane? With all the weird eye shit? Yeah. Did you say Kendrick? I did not. I'm reading Skullface Boy. Another amazing book. But that's not... See, Lutsky doesn't really write horror. And when he does write horror, it tends to not be as good as when he doesn't. So we were talking about horror. Skullface Boy isn't horror. You get what I'm saying, Nick? The Substance is the fly for one. No, I was thinking of the sadness. I got it wrong. Just Google it, Landon. I mean, and unless somebody else wants to know why, I will not even say his name on my channel. Amazon is literally giving refunds for his books for what he did. Okay, just go Google it. No, not Chad. The author of American Gods. I'm not saying his name. Y'all can type it if you want to. If you don't know what happened, if more than Landon wants to know, then I will tell everybody. But it is going to upset you. And I beg of you, if you think it's bullshit or stupid Me Too stuff, like I've heard from other people, go listen to the audio. The audio exists. I know. Nick, it's okay. I'm in a mood tonight. Y'all, I'm not actually upset with nobody's. I'm not. I'm just goofing off. I love you. Vagina tentacles. Yeah, lazy nose. Yeah. A lot of people, yeah. I remember Finders Keepers being a good novel with barely Bill Hodges in it. And that's what makes it one of my favorites. Because I cannot stand Bill Hodges. Yeah, it's extremely disturbing, Jude. And I won't even say his fucking name. Oh shit, I know. Oh shit, I know, but didn't know about there was yeah, there's audio. There is audio. Oh, you're fine, Nick. You're fine. Go spend time with your mom, dude. Just go ahead and go. Go. You're free. It's okay. The only reason I texted you and told you that, I was gonna be live is because you told me you get well, not excited, but hey, when are you doing another hangout and chat? When are you doing another this, that, and the other? So I wanted to let you know. Since YouTube doesn't send out notifications anymore for my diehards, like my day ones, if you're not getting the notifications, nobody's getting the notifications. That is news to me. I feel bad having his, but yeah, I got rid of all of his books. I had signed limited editions. I had all of that stuff. I literally just gave them away. I just went down to Hope in Action, which is a thrift store right here, and I put them all up there. Now people are, I don't even want to make money reselling them. That's how pissed off I am. On top of that, I had a personal interaction, and there was almost a blurb on my book. That's another reason why I'm pissed. There was a very, very, very real chance of him having a blurb on my book. Piece of shit. Gonna have to adjust. I highly suggest. But when it gets so bad that companies, corporations start just blindly giving refunds to people, you know it's a lot worse than we even know at this point. And it's from what I understand, it's only going to get worse as more and more comes out. The man is an absolutely vile, vile fucking human being. And yeah, I won't even say his name anymore. Fuck him. I've never read any of his books, to be fair. Yeah. Well, don't bother with it now. If you're gonna read it, get it secondhand so he doesn't make anything off of it. My wife just got me the novelization of. There's a novelization of Terrifier. What is it? Just scene after scene of what? It doesn't have a plot. What? How many did they do they? I'm I'm intrigued. In why did I say intrigued like that? Now I'm intrigued. What? Yeah, I feel bad for the actors who are in his adaptations too. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't read some of his books yet, especially as a yeah. That's what upsets me the most, Zoe. That's what upsets me the most. Truly upsets me. Truly upsets me because kids are going to go looking for him after reading his stuff. They are going to go and they are going to find this news. There's so many layers here to why I'm pissed off and will not even say his name. But yeah, from here on out, you're not going to catch me saying anything about him. He's gone, he's dead, he's disappeared. Well, I that actually has a story though, Zoe. Halloween Ends novelization. Welcome to the top 10. Head full of ghosts. No, 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 no. Not Exorcist reboot. Come on, let us know, Landon. I'm listening. I'm listening. At least it'll change the conversation. Ooh, a novelization of Waterworld would be epic. But you know what my you know what my prized possession is? If y'all don't see it coming, y'all don't know me. This is my prize. It's still sealed. At least it's sealed from when it was sent to me. Soup, 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 soup. I'm gonna make love to this motherfucker. I'm gonna do dirty, diabolical shit to it. And don't say pause, Derek. It's a book. Make sweet, sweet love. Howard the Duck. Two friends who had so much to give. Don't know where you are, what you gonna hear. Can't do too much. I might get copywritten strikes. I want a blurb that says Zoop. You don't even have to be famous. Did y'all hear that publishers are no longer requiring you to get your own or to get blurbs at all? They're not even requiring anymore. You want to know why? Do y'all know why? Did you hear the news and do you want to know why? But it's a good that's fine. That's fine. Love what you love, my brother in Christ. I want to read Jeff Strand's Killer Tomatoes novelization. Same. And I want Haley Piper to write the Killer Clowns from Outer Space adaptation. I want that to happen so bad. That's nice. It is nice, isn't it, Zoe? Yeah. It's prized. This is all my really prized possessions over here. And up here too. Up here. These are signed Caroline Kepnes books. This is my Quantum Leap novelization or it's just a book series. Only 2 of them are actual novelizations of episodes. This over here is my Michael Moorcock. Why can't I do this? All right, this is my Michael Moorcock. Right there. Hush, Derek. I see you typing right now. Anyways, all this stuff is important to me, and then the gifts that people have sent me are down here, and they are in pride of place over here, so that I can just turn, grab, and go. My novelization of Lethal Weapon is my paperback prized possession. That's awesome. Send me pictures. I want to see that one. I've never seen it. I just want a blurb by Boggle. It'd just be like just random letters thrown at the fucking book. Actually, might have to be only. Oh yeah, Only Good Indians. Yeah, amazing book. It's so good. The FNAF movie novelization I am mostly interested in because, to be honest, the narrative of the material doesn't fit for a movie. You know what? I would fuck with that. The FNAF novelization, I would fuck with that. Why? And a blurb by Boggle would be awesome. Quantum Leap. You want to see it, Haley? You want to see my Quantum Leap collection? They're not all up here. Only my favorite ones are up here. I even have the Quantum Leap collection. Someone once said Aliens is Die Hard from the Xenomorph's perspective. I'd love to have that novel. Were you here for me and Nick's idea for an alien novel, but it's from the cat's perspective? If you weren't here for it, it was amazing. The first U book made me feel dirty, but I enjoyed reading it. Yeah. Speaking of signed, I want to read the last book I hadn't read from Elmer Kelton. I found his books that. Oh, I sent you a picture. Never mind. It was signed when you opened it. I love that shit. My copy of Cold Heart Canyon. I think it's Cold Heart Canyon. Yeah, Cold Heart Canyon by Clive Barker. I got for like 50 cents at the library, and it's signed. Boggle's blurb would have profanity, but no one would know unless they speak Boggle. Yeah. All right. I need to reread you so I can read the sequel. There's 3 more sequels, and the last one is my favorite one. All right. Let me show you my Quantum Leap collection. Mind you, again, this is not complete. My son has all the rest of them. But yeah, these are my favorite ones. I got to be very careful here, y'all, because they're holding up my Moorcock collection. Please don't fall. Please don't fall, you fucking cock. You fucking cock. The cock and balls. I just got demonetized. Get over here. All right. All right, so this is only 2, 4, 6, 8. This is only 8 of 28. Yeah, Chris is reading the other ones, but these are my favorites. It's signed to some local I vaguely recognize the name of. I got it from the library for 25 cents. It's almost the same story as mine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It says to Big Bro Ty. Yeah. Cool, huh? Ty, I could send this to you. You could just pretend it was you. God, I have such a Clive Barker collection for someone who doesn't really like Clive Barker novels. All right. 3. What were you saying 3 for? Yeah, there's 3. Sorry, yes. The Kepness, right. Hang on. This is the first sequel. Second sequel. Well, this is book 3. And then the 4th book. I hate that there's a Netflix sticker on here. It's built in. You can't take it off. Makes me so angry. I have been hydrating. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it. I need to get this stuff out of my chest. You have to read You Like It Darker next. I can't. You want to know why I can't, D-Rec? Because I got to read this mother. I own 3 copies of this? I own 3 copies of this. I own 3 copies of a book. And they're all real copies. I own 3 copies of a book I ain't even read. What the fish? What the? Wow, that's crazy, even for me. I think you're going to give one away when you read it. Yeah, when I actually did my review. But anyways, let's go back to the Quantum Leap. I still got to show Haley. The U sequels, yes. The Inhuman Condition was good. I love his short stories, novellas, and novelettes. I love them. I think he is an amazing short story author. But anytime his books go over 150 pages, I can't do it. I was going to do a Barker Theorist, but I realized halfway through Weave World that I didn't care. That's terrible. But anyways. Okay, so we have Quantum Leap Double or Nothing. Fantastic book. All right, so there's one. You have Quantum Leap Odyssey. This one has some good horror stuff in it. Some really good horror stuff. And people sleep on the horror episodes of Quantum Leap, but there were some really good ones, like the Halloween special was absolutely fucking amazing. All right, Search and Rescue, another one. It's got Alive vibes. Alive. Yeah. Crashed and Trapped in the Snow. It's based on that. It's like the Quantum Leap episode of that thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Prelude. This is a prequel to the entire show. Fantastic shit. All right. Too Close for Comfort. Very fun. Good times. Very good times. Angels Unaware. Probably the only straightforward romance novel I own. It even has like a very romance cover thing. Heat Wave. This one tackles some dark topics. Heat Wave. And not just because there's a black guy on the cover. Hush, Derek. Obsessions. There's 2 missing. There's 2 missing from here. But yeah. Obsessions is good also. It's yeah, the dog's very important. But I gotta put this back. So that's my collection. I'm gonna have to reorganize that stuff since I had to slide stuff over. All right. You still haven't read Holly? I don't blame you. Put a different sticker over it, just like a pair of boobs. I think you're gonna get, yeah. Well, power through that shit because You Like It Darker is awesome. So I've heard. I have a surprise. It's not really a surprise that you guys are gonna be like, holy shit, that's so cool. But when I read tomorrow, when I read from Freak Show, by the way, if you're just joining us, this is my new book. Go buy it, please. Love you. It's about a traveling carnival and found family, and it's a mosaic. And there's no main character. Every character is important. You might find your own family here. Please. It's under a new pin name. S.E. Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, Holly is pretty good, but You Like It Darker is one of his best collections. So I've heard. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I know I watched Quantum Leap as a kid, but remember nothing. Oh, Jimmy, you got to go back and watch it, man. If you can find it, I think it's free on. Not if you have Prime, but if you go over to Prime Video, they have like a free section. It used to be called Freevee, I think. Freevee. But anyways, it's free to watch over on Prime, even if you don't have a Prime Video account. It's like cable is basically what it is. Their version of cable. Not cable. It's their version of regular television. I'll have to keep the lookout for Quantum Leap books for now. Zoop, it's okay. I own them all. I spent way too much acquiring the last 2, and I got these years ago. But I have all of them, all 28. I have double, tripled, quadruple checked. I have the entire series. I used to love watching Quantum Leap. The music gets stuck. Yeah, yeah, that. Oh yeah, yeah. They're cool. Thanks for showing us. You're welcome, Landon. Finally, finally, someone has said it. All of my pin names are inside jokes. Okay. I There was a pin name that I never got to use because someone found out about it, someone that didn't like me and started telling everybody about it, and that name was Scott Wax. Okay? Scott Wax. In fact, if you don't believe me, I can send you an email right now from that email account. It's Scott E. Wax at gmail.com. I can send you an email right now. But that's the joke for this one. It's literally the joke. But I couldn't use SC because, reasons. Uh, but yeah, S.E. Johnson Wax. Yeah. But this pen name actually started in my mother's obituary because I wrote my mother's obituary. And Jen Bernardini and a couple other people sent me messages going, "Is your real name this?" And I was like, "Nope, but you can spread it around that it is so that when this book comes out, people will buy it." Anyways, maybe I'll watch the Quantum Leap remake. No, 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 no. Stop. Rewind. Take that off of your thought process. Toss it out the window, just like the author of American Gods. Just throw it away and never speak of it again. Never, ever, ever. Uh, Also sent you a pic of my shrine to Silver Bullet and tell. Yes, awesome. SC Johnson Wax is a soap company because I'm slippery. I tricksy. No, you don't like it? I like the joke. I liked it. But yeah. But that's literally finally someone mentioned it. And yeah, because when you say SC Johnson Wax, it sounds like SC Johnson and then Wax. You get it? You get it? You get it? No? Okay. Yeah, it's a US company. I thought it was all over though. I thought it was worldwide. So you're saying we should all go and watch the Quantum Leap remake? All right. Somebody ban Jude. I'm kidding. Don't actually do it because I don't know how to undo it. Social contract, probably. Yes, it was all over. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, yeah. I didn't get it because I'm a Brit. I think they had products over there. It's no longer called that. It's no longer called SC Johnson Wax. I think it's just SC Johnson now. There's no wax. Yeah, baby powder, baby powder, soap. But their biggest production was soap. I tend not to powder babies. You you have a child. They're cuter in one piece. I'm done with you, Jude. Like I'm so done with you. I'm so done. So done. Yeah, Johnson's baby oil, that too. Yeah. Yeah, it was that was it. Yeah, I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna pin this because it's important. It needs to be up there. But yeah, so everyone who thought Don Gillette, Jen Bernardini, a bunch of other people thought that they caught me. I was like, come on, guys. I wrote her obituary. I talked about it publicly when she died. And I knew there was going to be people who looked it up. So I figured, why not use this to my benefit? So Johnson and Johnson. It's the same company though. It's the same. I know it's a big novel, but I loved A Prayer. Oh, Prayer for Owen Meany is fantastic. Amazing book. I still like Garp more, I think. I thought you were talking about your like a rude. I do that too. S.E. Johnson, Southeast Johnson. Like when people ask me what S.E. stands for, I say Southeast Johnson because of the angle of my dangle, you know. But yeah. I went to Wilmington, North Carolina to see where Silver Bullet was filmed back in August. I think you told me about that. I think and that's when I showed off my, script. Yeah. You stole a piece of it? That's fucking amazing, dude. I'm a when I get done here, I'll post it up on Discord. I heard it's S.C. Johnson wax. Yeah, exactly. That is a joke. That's what I've been telling everybody. Southeast. Yeah, I got that banana curve. No, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. Shell, if you're here, I'm sorry. Is S.E. Johnson as a character related to The Rock? No, no. You can only map mine in four to. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna justify that with a reading. I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. How many books does Ronald Malfi have that has snow in it? Too late. Corrupted now. At least 3. Yes. At least 3. Also, I'm gonna put just for your guys' sake, since everybody's like, "Hey, hey, uh, hey, we want to know what your pin names are, so that we can go hunt you down and read your terrible erotica and all this other stuff." What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna put some hints hints down in the comment section. I'm not gonna actually say them. I'm gonna put slightly engorged. Um, I'm gonna put some hints down there, and a diligent, observant researcher might actually be able to either A, find something, or B, be informed for the next one. Okay, are y'all ready? And I'm dead serious. Semi erect. Y'all are taking all my jokes. I literally have a list of things when people ask me what the SE stands for. I was gonna be like the Joker in the Dark Knight and tell them different things every time. Yeah. Okay, so this is legit. This is legit. These are either going to be hints of names you can find, or they're going to be actual names that I have used or will be using. Okay? Single line slipper emissions. Okay. Whew. Hang on here. I've been telling myself I was going to do this for ages. Okay. There you go. Scotch egg, sedated e-boy. God damn it. That's my favorite one yet. Sedated e-boy. Ooh, the implications. Brad, stop it. I'm glad you guys are still commenting bullshit because people are going to be like, "Oh, wow." Yeah. Anyways, there you go. There you go. That's the closest DKA. Oh, this is fun. Oh, one more. One more. One more. One more. This is just a hint. That's just a hint. So, ugh. Anyways, there you go. Have fun. Pillow beat. No. No. Yes, dude. Yes. I figured out a female pin name after you said I mentioned a book of yours without knowing it, but of course I forgot it. Oh, crispy bacon is a good one. It really is, yeah. My favorite one that I was actually going to use was Fanny Pounder. I don't know why. It wasn't even that good. Bean flumes. Uh, y'all want to know where the Edward Lorn name came from? other than being one of my real names and the my first girlfriend's middle name. I want to know where Gaylord Humdinger. They called him the lawnmower back in school. I know the deepest secret of your career. It's not the deepest, Mike, but you do know a good one. You do know one that would probably disrupt a lot in the industry. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because when Mike figured it out, I always tell people when they're right. If you catch me, you catch me. I will be completely open about it. That's why when I say I'm not Gregor Zane, I am not Gregor Zane. Gregor Zane is an actual human being. He's the one who writes his books. I am not Gregor Zane. But when you find me, I will tell you it's the truth. But after I told I will never forget this. Mike said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, it's fucking obvious now." Hey. Okay, so that thing up there where I said this one, I'm gonna take the other pin down. This one, okay? I want y'all. What letter comes after D in the alphabet? What letter comes after D? Right? Now, what letter comes after K? Right. How many letters are in Dean Koontz? How many letters are in Dean Koontz? Deankontz. How many? Why are you saying 11 and 11 T? Deankontz. 11. Okay. How many letters are in Edward Lorn? Edwardlorn. Okay. Now, that is a hint to how I do all of my names. You crack the code, you crack the cipher. That's how you get the information. They have 11 fingers. I can't believe so many people said 11. I was like, did I get this wrong this entire time? But y'all are thinking Dean R. Koontz. I get you. Yeah. They have 11 fingers. But yeah, that's why I decided to use it. So, but to be clear, Mike did not find one of my old pin names. He found a book that I ghost wrote that I jobbed for. So Mike didn't actually find one of my pin names. He figured out, like, because he was like, "Man, this is so fucking obvious now." I still love that because I'm surprised that no one has caught it before, and I'm surprised. I guess because there was such a long period of time. It was 10 years. It was a decade between that book and when Lorn popped up. El Chupacabra. Yeah, clear as mud. Chupacabra. I didn't say a real number, but okay. I still think you should write as Bean Flumes. No, because there's another dude called Dean Koontz, just like the Stephen King. He spells it DeAnCoontz. So, Feliz Navidad. Dun, 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 dun. Feliz Navidad. Dun, 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 dun. Feliz Navidad. Yo quiero aña feliz. I don't know how the fucking song goes. Uh, how does Felix Knocked fit that? Some of these are hints, and some of them are the actual names. 10 months left. Yes. People have commented on the nature of what made me say that and how it was unusual. But to my knowledge, no connections have been made. Oh. Who you been talking to, Mike? Who you been talking? Hints. So G comes after F and O comes after N. Yeah, but it might not be in order. Just saying. But that's the cipher. That's the cipher. Now go. Have fun. Drew Roland is just like Ward Nerdlow and Edward Lorn. It uses all the same letters. Electro Nachos. I like that one. I might use that. That's a good one, Landon. That's a really good one. I'm definitely going to steal that. All right. I have to go by the latest 9 o'clock. Do you guys want to stop here? Or do you guys want to keep going? I have to get up and move around. You know. No, just penny. Penny, not pen E. I know you're playing off of the E, but the only ones that play off the E are the ones that has the. Anyways, y'all pause for a second. Pause, pause, pause. Do you want me to take a break or do you want to call it a night? You got one choice or another. I know what you guys want, but I just want you to tell me. This is fun so far. Lorn Hub, yeah, like Lornographic material. Yeah, I love people. I get emails all the time from people who buy like signed copies, and my company name is literally Lornographic Material. So yeah, they'll get it in the mail and they'll be like, "What did the one dude got in trouble with his wife because she kept reading it wrong?" And she was like, "What did you get?" And he's like, "No, it's Lorn. It's his name. It's a play on the name." And his wife is just, I was like, I almost caused a divorce until he was like, "Babe, look at it very carefully. It doesn't say what you think it says." She had to apologize. They're not all lazy. Listen to what I'm saying. They are not all. You guys know about this. Why would I tell you how to break the code for something that you know? I'm talking about other names. Other names. They're not all the same one. And I'm telling you about these because they don't fit into the cipher. Sex exhibitionist Johnson. Yes. E. 10 was the hint. I kept the mailer. Hell yeah, Zoop. Hey. All right, break. I'm gonna go on break. And we'll come back and do another like hour or something. All right. Keep going till 9. That's when the Grizzlies game comes on. All right. Hang on. Strong Ain't that- This is good. Y'all, we got to keep playing when I get back. We we got to keep doing this when I get back. All right. And I'll just cut when I do the VOD of this one, I'll just cut it off when we stopped actually talking about our favorite books. Anyways, I'll be back. Mwah. Okay. Before I get demonetized. Uh those never are y'all really still hell yeah. Y'all are gonna figure it out eventually. Why did this why did that one get pinned? Anyways, whatever. Okay. Uh how about milk tea? I don't like that, Zoe. I don't know why I don't. Oh, bubble tea, love it, but it's too expensive. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't want things floating in my drinks. It gives me the Mm. My head will fry trying to decipher E's pin names. We need Robert Langdon. No, 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 because that character wasn't anywhere near as smart as he seemed. I once in a James Patterson review, I once said that no character is smarter than their author. That's where I'm gonna leave that. All right, Haley. Loves you. Goodbye byes. Let's ask Chat GPT. I never even considered that. I'm still stuck in the mindset AI might actually figure it out. I don't know how you would feed that information though. Like you'd have to know how to like describe the cipher. I don't know. I'm partial to an exploding ball or two in my mouth. Okay. Okay. I googled Dane Kuntz. You never know. Dane? Dane? Oh, I get what you're trying to say. Yeah. Is one named Linda? No, one is not named Linda. Like I told you, if you get it, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you true. Unless it's one that I have to keep quiet because of contractual obligations, and then I will message you on Discord. The religious stuff is what I want to read. My Christian fiction? That's what you want to read? I might send you some links. That one's not under contract. But I mean, I might just send them to you. There are a lot of cases where that's true. So many times where the character tell you a character is smart, but mostly they just get lucky because the writer's an idiot. Somebody just hit the nail on the head. Frodo, stop tickling my balls. Get it? Because Gandalf is tall and no, no. You know who liked that joke, don't you? You know who liked that joke. Tell me who liked that joke. I did. Oh, you like my tongue? Rainbow here. I'm not a good ventriloquist. If y'all were expecting, would you mind not passing gas while I'm talking? But you like the smell of my heart. Okay, Ryan. Bye. Have a good day. I know y'all don't believe me, but I swear to God, I don't know where this thing is. I don't know where it is. The only thing that's over here, this is the only thing that's over here. I promise you. I like, what? This, and of course this. I'm trying to think of what else is. I fucking show you, I guess. But y'all just promise not to judge me if you see other things, okay? You promise not to judge me. There's nothing else over here. There's nothing else over here. And if y'all saw something else, then I didn't see it. It's in the walls. It could very well be in the walls. I don't. Could be the humidity start. What the fuck is this? Well, there is something else over here. There's this. In fact, I don't know if I showed you guys. Did I show you guys? I commissioned. Here, let me tell this story real quick. So I commissioned. This is my favorite beanie that my mother ever made me. Okay, all the beanies and all of my old videos, except for like the Fallout one. My yes, I'm purposefully ignoring the music. But this is my favorite one. I asked her to make one that kind of resembled a sunset or whatever, and this is what she made me. So I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw this dude named Jay something. Anyways, I'll share it on Discord if you guys want to know. If you I'll find him and share it. But I asked him to make me. He sews these little bears. He crochets, not sews. Sorry, let me get it right. He crochets these little bears, and I was like, "Hey, can you make me one like this?" And he did. I know it's hard to see. I don't want to take it out, but look how fucking gorgeous this thing is. And he nailed it. Look, I mean, he absolutely nailed it. This is fantastic. And I won't open it. I also got Dan one, but it's in the colors of the non-binary flag. And they were so happy when I gave it to them. But anyways. Okay, it's anytime I reach over here. I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's not underneath my seat. It's not a matter of me leaning over, but it. Anyways, okay. Ryan Bowe scares you? Why? He's just gassy. Come on. Me and Dan both we went down to Mobile, Fairhope, actually. We went down there and it didn't happen that time. It didn't happen that time. Anyways, we went down there and Dan got one and I got one. And sometimes we just do like puppet shows in the house. It's really fucking cool. Kissed by the ventriloquist. He's hiding. He is hiding. I don't know where he is. I think I put him in a box somewhere, but there's no boxes right here. There's no reason why every time I reach over here for Ryan, there's no reason for it to go off. See, it didn't go off that time. I don't know. Anyway, he's hiding, possessed. Yeah, knick-knack. Yeah. Did you ever have Boglins I did not. No. Kissed by a ventriloquist. It's in the walls. Zoop, shut your face. Could be the humidity started. I don't know. I too start playing tunes when I'm hot. Why did I start reading it? I shouldn't read any of Jude's stuff without pre-reading it. I need to read it first. It's down the 5.5 minute hallway. Spooky. It is kind of creepy, but I know what it is. I just can't find the fucking thing. Sorry, my nose is now stopped up. Anytime I talk for a long time, does this happen to anybody else? Anytime you talk for a long time, your nose gets plugged, or if you have to read aloud. Hey, welcome back, Zoe. I don't know why Ryan Bowe scares you. That's crazy. 100% of the time, the writer says Chet et al. Is hilarious, but he never makes a joke or he quips non-quips. I don't know. Catholic guilt fiction. 100%. Ooh, I can do emojis? Here. I'm shocked that you guys haven't figured out my cipher yet. And when you do, I will celebrate. But until then, I'm going to laugh my ass off. But I'll still love you. I did. See how off the top of my dome. I thought maybe it was in one of my drawers. It's not in the drawer. Because all I did was lean forward. I'm so done with this fucking thing, man. Oh, sorry. See, it's not on the desk anywhere. I guess I could do a full 360, but then you'll see my My posters. I don't want y'all to see my posters because if you see my posters, you might know what other content I make. And if in your drawers, shut up, Jimmy. Shut up. Why you do that to me? Is it noise? No, it's an old wind up. It's it's just an old wind up. But the first time it happened, it was all the way across the y'all remember it, don't you? The live, it was all the way across the room. I sat on it? Fuck off, Jude. Fuck off. What? You might see his bad dragon collection. I mean, if you want to call it a bad dragon, you can. I do other content to try and pay the bills. But y'all can't see my set. You almost saw my set, but you can't see my set. I don't actually know. I wasn't looking at the camera when did it. E has QAnon regalia on the fourth wall. Yeah, I got a big picture of Donald Trump butt booty ass naked over here sitting on a corn cob that I like to beat it to. See, there are 11 of you in here. See, this is how I know y'all don't fuck with me for real. There are 11 of y'all in here, and there's only 6 thumbs up on this video. See, y'all don't like me for I don't actually care. A wall full of Tesla merch. Ew. Oh, I did see something. I did see something that I found hilarious, and I hate Cybertrucks. Okay, I don't like the way they look. They look like fucking refrigerators. They look like kitchen appliances. They're ugly. They fall apart. All that other stuff. All the rational reasons to not like them. But I did see one that I liked, and the dude literally put a Maytag logo, like a big Maytag logo, on the back of the fucking Cybertruck, and I was like, I fuck with that dude because he has a sense of humor about the pile of shit that he is driving. That's awesome. 7? I see 7? I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I'm sorry, the ADHD. I'm off to the next topic. What are we talking about? You see 7 what? 9 now? Oh, y'all the like button. God damn it. And now we're down to only 8 viewers. So people were like, fuck it, I'll just leave. 10. Oh, we're back down to 8. Someone double clicked. It does help the algorithm, but it doesn't help much. So, yeah, it's whatever. And so the people taking away their likes are killing me. That's hilarious. Now it's 9 and 9. 9 9. No, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Right, Ryan? Let me not do that. Ryan says right. Yeah, let's not do that. Don't want any kind of awkward hand gestures. They weren't awkward. It was obvious what he was doing. Because when he says my heart goes out to you, that's what he normally does. Ryan says he's in your walls. Oh yeah, spray up the walls, baby. Ryan says watch your back. Not even he can see my back. I have a chair at my back. The chair y'all worship when I'm gone. I have a chair back here. I love the Cybertruck because it's ugly. I like Starlink internet, but I hate you. Yeah, Elon. So I'm stuck with aesthetically pleasing automobiles and BS mobile internet. When you said earlier, you should get on Starlink, I was like, I know he's kidding, but literally it's like 100 megabytes per second or something like that. And I have no, wait, I have a gig, 1G, I think. Will you make a top 5 circus carnival novels and use it to Oh, Jimmy, that's a really good one. I should do it like a top 5 Friday, like old school? That's a good one, man. Yo, hang on. I just remembered something, then I remembered again. Give me a second. I will be back in just a minute. Back in just a Anyways, books. I have some stuff to show you. Shut the fuck up. It's a compulsive. Hang on. Let me catch up. YouTube keeps a list, and once there are 200 likes, delete them so I don't give likes on what? YouTube keeps a list. And would you shut the fuck up? I had to one by one delete them so I don't give likes on. I'm so confused. Well, yeah, I mean, liking helps your algorithm. I'm kind of the same. I like my phone to be neat. It's a compulsive thing, the same way. Oh, y'all talking about how it affects your algorithm? Don't you want to see more like me? Shut the fuck up! Where the... well, Starlink is good. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're a truck driver... this fucking noise. I can't concentrate. It's hard to get 100... Yeah, oh, yeah, I know. I'm not judging you. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I got... Zoop, I'm coming. The ghost doesn't appreciate your lack of manners, young man. Oh, you are not the boss of that clown, obviously. I'm not doing anything. The thing is, from my perspective, it's coming from all around me. All around me. You don't hear any noise? Okay, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Anyways, talking like a crazy person. Okay, so let me show you something. All right, so I got this at, what is it? Book Outlet. Book Outlet is like $1.99 for a first edition hardcover. Okay, I got that. So I went to Ollie's. I don't know if y'all fuck with Ollie's. I don't know, but they had the sequel. This says $4.99. I did not pay $4.99 because I had a coupon that was 50% off anything under $10. Any one item under $10. Then I got up there and it rang up as 50 cents. So I got the sequel, the first edition sequel to the book, for that much. Anyways. But this is what I wanted to show you. There's a little ghost winding that. There's something is going on because it speeds up, it slows down, it does all of that stuff. Hey, Dylan. Motion sensor object in the shelf. No, it's old as shit. It's like, I wish I knew where it was. I would show you, but it's not motion activated. This thing is from like the fucking 50s or 60s. It's old as hell. I've shown it on stream before, but the first time it started playing, I was sitting here and I was talking to y'all, and the motherfucker was way across the room. I got up. Some of y'all remember it, some of y'all don't, but it was all the way across the room, and it just started playing. I was like, y'all hear that? Anyways, there's a little, yeah, no, I'm not reading that again. Maybe you had better like run. No, I mean, it doesn't do anything to me. Sometimes I seriously explain comments said in jest. It's a personality defect. Wait, no, that's entirely the character. Shell's hidden a Bluetooth speaker with that music to mess with you. There is no Bluetooth speaker in here except for, hang on, it's right here and it's not coming from that. This was a gift, by the way. It's another very important thing for me. My friend Nettle, well, you guys know Nettles from Discord. Nettles sent it to me. I'll never forget. Creepy. Exactly. I wasn't doing anything. Like, it just happens. But the fucked up part about it now is I chucked it somewhere and I can't find it. And now it just randomly activates, especially when I reach over here in this area. Like when I pick up Ryan, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. But here's what I wanted to show you. Here's why. Check this motherfucker out. Uncle John's number 33 greatest no on earth. Curiosities, rarities, and amazing oddities. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. It has all the stuff from carnivals, all that stuff. In fact, it's going to help me with some of the stuff that I have in Freak Show. The last 4 books are done, but it's going to help me with some accuracy. So here you go. Because I've based all the characters on either real life stories or real life carnival performers, circus performers, all that stuff. So this is going to help me get some more stuff right. But this was only, it was only $5. It was only $5. Yeah, it was amazing. Anywho, see, I put that over there. No, no, do. Creepy ass shit. Anyways, yeah, I don't know where. I know the last time it happened, I threw it somewhere. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I threw it somewhere. This is actually starting to sound like a fucking horror movie. But when I went back, it's not there. I know it's not Shell or Chris messing with me because they're both in the house. I just came from the house. They're not messing with me. So it's, I don't know. I have no idea. You threw it in another dimension. Please don't say that because that's exactly what it sounds like. And no, it's not my phone. I don't have anything playing. The only thing I have is Dungeon Crawler Carl. And then, yeah, I don't want to show you. Never mind. I showed your email address, Brad. I'm sorry. Anyways, start a daily carnival trivia for YouTube shorts to promote your book too. That's a damn good idea. And that's something that Douglas Clegg recommended I do too. So I'll probably do stuff like that. Even Shell brought it up as a good idea to like talk about actual performers or the actual performers that I wrote about and so on and so forth. Even Psy, but Psy was something that I saw. It was someone had you know these tragedies, a jar with a baby floating in it, and the baby was a dead Cyclops. Come to find out that the Cyclops was real and had died because what happens, the Cyclops are real, they just don't survive. So you can Google this, you can look at Wikipedia, you don't have to trust me, you can go look it up yourself. What happens is the eye, of course, this fuses. It comes together and fuses. The problem with Cyclops and why they usually have horns, so does Psy in the book, is because it's literally the skull fusing together and pushing outward. You can look up pictures of this stuff. It's really fucking creepy. It's really sad and depressing. But there's never been a living Cyclops. And I will explain in it throughout the story why Psy is alive. Yeah, Ty said I knew this already. If you check to see if that shed is bigger on the inside than the outside, it is not. Started, yeah, but yeah, Jimmy. I just need the time. I have more time now because we don't work at night. Me not being able to drive with my eye, not at night because the lights get too crazy for me. So we're only working days, so that's why I have my afternoons off now. Other than having to take Dan back and forth to work at the theater. But yeah, it's and originally Knuckles, this might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyways, if you're worried about spoilers, mute me for like until I go like this. Okay? Mute me for shit for free. Here. All I did was pick this up. That's all I did. I heard it. It went tinkle tinkle. I don't know if you guys heard it. Tinkle tinkle. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Every time I reach over here, it goes off. And I don't know what the fucking Knuckles, thank you. So what is it called? Ichthyosclerosis. Anyways, it's an actual disease that causes your skin to dry out and you look like a lizard. You have like lizard skin. I was going to do that with Knuckles. Okay, spoilers. That no, pop, mute me until I do that. Um, so it dries out the skin and you look like a lizard. And that's what I was going to do with Knuckles instead of have him, you know, what actually happens in the book. I don't guess that's spoilers, so y'all can come back. Come on back. But I was going to do that. And I decided against it because there's other purposes for his storyline. Because you'll find out more at the beginning of book 2. Actually, not the beginning, the middle. Sorry, the middle of book 2. I've had to rearrange it so much, it's getting confusing. But the middle of book 2, you'll find out more about Knuckles and why I decided for it to be what happens in the book instead of what I did. Because there's a lot of allegory and illusion that I can use there to help build Knuckles' character. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna look it up. It's called ichthyosis, or yeah, ichthyosis is a group of skin conditions that cause dry, scaly skin that can resemble the skin of a lizard. Yeah. No, not in spoilers. He talks with his hands more than my sassy aunt Henrietta. Was that? Yes, it was, Jimmy. It was. Yeah. That's what happened to that dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's safe again. I actually didn't say any spoilers. I said what happens in the book. So literally, that's what I said instead of what happens in the book. So I didn't actually get to meth, meth, meth. So dude had meth. He wasn't becoming a lizard. He was he in meth. Anyways, all right. About in about 30 minutes, then we can start saying goodbye. I got to play. Oh, me and Chris have been playing checkers recently. Yeah, but there's unless you want spoilers, Derek, there's more than just him that changes. There's more than just him. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, there's other people involved that end up getting cursed too. So, I mean, that's a big enough spoiler right there. Yeah, it's not just him. You've read Thinner? Then you know, is it the judge? It was the judge, wasn't it? The one that helped him get off? One of the ones who pause in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I got excited about the book. Anyways, it's a really cool book. Y'all should look it up. Y'all should give the author some money. Don't ever disrespect me. Uh anyways. Uh, y'all Freak Show's selling pretty regularly. It's like 1 to 2 copies a day, so we're doing all right. I'm not going to hit the 1,000. I know I'm not. I need 1,000 by April. Uh just been a while. Gotcha. Don't disrespect you. You done read all the Stephen King stuff. Yes. Anyways. So, yeah. Buy the book, read the book, review the book, all that stuff. Y'all, I done got old. Look at this shit. No, I lost a lot of weight. Um, so I mean, it happens. It happens. That's why I got the little gobbler thing right here. Now, oh my god, why do I keep opening myself up for Derek? It just keeps getting worse. I got the Amazon email. They said they posted my yeah. I saw yours. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you. Have you done any interviews with your book reviewers on YouTube? Dude, no one talks to me anymore. And I know this is gonna sound sad and like I'm complaining, but I kind of get it because I've disappeared and then come back and disappeared, come back. Every single reviewer that I know, that I have worked with in the past or that I was friends with in the past, they all ghosted me. None of them care about the book. So yeah, so I really it's all by myself. I can't sing that. Too bad it's international shipping to get it to the north to Canada. Well, here's the thing. It'll probably cost about $17, 17 to $25 to ship to Canada. I refund I refund whatever's left over. So if you buy it and it's $30 and 25 shipping, I'll send you 45 back. So it's not the whole 100. I just don't know. I mean, you can also buy it on Amazon. But if you want a signed copy, yes, unfortunately, that's how you have to do it. Pooping myself for opening it. I thought it said pooping because my eye's weird, but what about people you don't know? What do you mean? Oh, try to reach out to them? Yeah, nobody wants the book. I've tried on Blue Sky. I've looked because Blue Sky has this really nifty list thing where it's like all the reviewers of fantasy and dark fiction and horror and all that stuff. I've literally contacted them all over the past month. Not one person has gotten back to me, except for there were a couple people that did get back to me, but it was almost like a pat response. is like, sorry, I'm busy right now, or this book is too long, or whatever. Not a single person said yes. And I'm talking 100 or more people. I've been trying. Trust me. If I don't move 1,000 copies by April, the next book isn't coming out in December. So at this point, I'm not given up, but I'm going to continue pushing it and continue pushing it to try and make my investor happy. But at this point, it's like, what else can I do? I've done everything I can, and I don't understand why I can't even give this fucking book away. I know I keep saying this over and over again. People won't even take a review copy. They're like, it's too long. I don't have enough time. Not I'm not interested in it. It's just it's too long. It's going to take too long. This is a Clockwork Orange scenario. We make people read it with their eyelids open. The enjoyment will spread. A little ultra violence. A little bit of ultra violence. I wish people would read it, Dylan, but I mean, this is why. See, this is the funny part. Everything goes full circle. This is why I never pimped my books to begin with, because I know people look down on you just automatically for wanting you to read your work. People have a perception of creative people. Either the first thing is, I'm big into psychology and all that stuff. Either they pity you and they read it and they're like, okay, it's whatever, or they pretend to read it, or rada rada rada. I've even had certain friends say that they would just review it without having read it. I don't want that shit, because I want you to talk about the book in your review, what you liked, what you didn't like, so on and so forth. That's just me being real. Okay, the next type of person is the type of person that I know you, so I assume that other people will support you, and then they don't support you themselves. There's a lot of people like that say they fuck with me, that say they like the channel, they want to support me, and so on and so forth. But as soon as I release a book, it's nothing but crickets. The third type of person is people who do not know you and see that you have a platform. And once they see that you have a platform, it's like, oh, he doesn't need any help. I need help. But anyways, that's what I'm stuck in right now. Either people know me and don't want to help support me, or they know me and they think that I am already some big famous author, or the third one is they pity me. It's one of those three things. That's what I'm getting. But the thing is, I have done pin names multiple times. I have over 15 pin names by right now. I have over 15 pin names, and this is the only one that's not selling. And the only thing that I can reach for is how long it is. That's the only thing I can figure out. There's so much pampered and dressed up bull on this book. Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's the real and raw we need. Book culture is bizarre. It is. Dylan's not lying. Dylan is 100% accurate. They only want most booktubers, the majority, only want to do stuff that's trending. So you already have to be selling loads of books to get anywhere. It's an uphill battle, but also with the invention of AI, there's some guy that's been publishing a book every week. Literally all he's doing is feeding stuff into AI and then going through and editing himself and then putting those books up. He wrote over 200 books last year using AI. When you're up against something like that, also there's the TLDR crowd, too long didn't read. But on top of that, you also have people whose attention spans have started to suck because of things like shorts and reels and TikTok and all that stuff. People's attention spans but I thought I was going to beat that by writing this almost as a series of novellas. Each and every chapter has a beginning, middle, and end. Every single book in the series has a beginning, middle, and end. The entire series as a whole has a beginning, middle, and end. You can pick up and read any one of these chapters and feel completed. There's a full story there. And then you get to move on to the next one. I thought I cracked the code, but yeah, people just don't care. Every community has so many issues. Book communities, yeah, 100%. As I'm type 1 person, I'm going to read it. I was going to give a preemptive review. You're the one who's telling on yourself. I'm just saying, I do not want people to either pity me and I want people to want to read it. That is the goal. I want people to want to read it. Unfortunately, now I'm in a situation where I have an investor and I basically have to turn into a pimp. I got to be like, "Hey, you want this. It's that good, or a drug dealer or whatever." I am now the sleazy person who's like, take this and do what you want with it while I tickle your nuts. It doesn't help that your local library closed too, so you can't push it there. Yeah, and my Books a Million closed too, so I literally have nothing within 50 miles where I can go and do anything. Well, there's one in Montgomery, but it's ran by people that I don't want to associate with. Is the guy doing fiction with AI or nonfiction? I don't know. I haven't actually read it. Hi, Shower Songs, by the way. Hello. I'm pretty sure it's fiction. I know you ride for the homies, yes. And I know you want to read it. And I know you were just trying to help me out, and I appreciate that. But when I tell you no, man, it would have done more harm than good. I promise. I just didn't have the book. I know. I was using you as an example. I wasn't even going to throw you under the bus. You threw yourself under the bus. Fuck off. Anyways, so, but I also don't want every single stream and every single review to be about this. I don't want to have to talk about this every time, but I I have to. Unfortunately, I have to. I got to plug it at every possible moment. How are real writers supposed to compete with that 200 books a year with AI? Yeah, yeah, I know. I know what you meant. I know you weren't saying Uganda. AI fiction is crazy. I've stuck generic writing and have it spruce it up in style of Nabokov or Vonnegut, etc., and it's deflating at times. Um, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't plug any of your real writing into it. Because that's how it learns. It's part of their terms of service. We are going to use anything you plug into this to help teach the algorithm. Of course, Lazy wondered. Lazy takes everything seriously at first. At first, my little favorite misogynist. I'm pinching your cheek. Yeah. I wanted to think AI could never write fiction well, but it's gotten so good now it's insane. Yeah, yeah. And what is the incentive for someone like me who's doing it for real? What's the incentive? Like, what? Especially when people aren't buying it. Why not just start throwing up, a book every week? Why not do that? Pumps out some things I wish I wrote, then realizing it's AI rough. Yeah, but it didn't come up with it. That's the thing you got to remember, Dylan. Anytime you see this stuff, it's because they have stolen from another actual human author. It's not because it's gotten good, it's gotten more resources, more learning. It's not getting better, it's still stealing to better itself. It's not getting good, it's learning from real people. And you plug enough information into anything. It's like that old thing. If you stick if you have a room full of monkeys and typewriters, eventually, though, one of those monkeys, giving infinite time, will write the works of Shakespeare. It's the same thing. It's using other people's real work to create this stuff. 200 books of Shitty Boo ain't worth a butthole flavored birthday cake. Yeah, but he's made thousands. Like, I'm talking five figures, just doing that. And it's because if you have enough material under your name, it helps the algorithm. Pretty soon, he will have more books than anyone else on Amazon. And while he does have to check that little box that says that it's AI generated, they don't stop him from doing it unless it's plagiarism. Panties could do it. That's a pretty smart monkey. It is. It has more stolen material. Exactly. Yeah. Um, I guess I worry it takes from the power of art. Well, it can't come up with original ideas. It has to have you plug something in. Even when it does start coming up with original stuff by itself, it's not going to be original because of who it stole from. Now, there is an argument that says we are all products of our either upbringing or our education or whatever, and all of us are doing the same thing that AI is doing. But I have read some stuff from people, and I would hope that my own stuff has broken some of the tropes that has changed the way we think about certain literature. It's eventually, yes, it will just write on its own, but it will still have stolen that information from somewhere. I do not I do definitely see a difference between AI learning and human learning. Um it's just but also we people are using AI as a tool. They're using it and they're benefiting from it financially when it is doing nothing but regurgitating other people's work. I wonder how many people that still write themselves are using AI as their editor. A lot, myself included, up to a point because I didn't know that Pro Writing Aid was an AI learning system. I did not know that, and I no longer use it now. But all of Lorn's stuff, I sent it through. Grammarly was absolutely terrible, but Pro Writing Aid, I ran it through that until I found out that it was AI generated too. I don't know what I thought it was. I knew it wasn't a human being, but I thought it was just like word search, not word search, but spell check and all that stuff. But no, it was AI learning and fixing things based off what it had learned. But yeah, a lot of people are using that. Grammarly is AI. All these apps, these writer apps are AI. Storygraph is 100% AI. If you go into Storygraph, everybody's like, "Hey, look, Goodreads is terrible. It's owned by Amazon." Even I mentioned Storygraph at the beginning here. Storygraph is 100% an AI algorithm, 100%. So is Fable. All of these new apps that are popping up for books are all AI generated. And it's taking that information that you use in your reviews and then using all that stuff. If you go to Storygraph, I'm not saying delete your account. It's going to end up where all of our apps are like this already because you got Google, you got OpenAI, you got all these different Chat GPT, you got DeepSeek, all of this stuff. Everything online is going to end up being AI at some point. But if you release one chapter of the book at a time, okay, the issue is I have to have it formatted. That is $50 per ebook, and it is $200 per physical copy. Okay, so I would have to pay that amount, and I just don't have that money. Like I said, I had to get an investor just to get the full book out. Or off of the reviewers one chapter, that's what I was doing. I was literally sending that one chapter, and they were all like, "Yeah, I don't even have time to look at this." Ew. That was the one thing I was like, "Okay, if all you're doing is spell grammar check, but not if it's doing that." Yeah, it's using whatever you upload into it to teach its algorithm. I bet a lot of new book cover. Oh yeah, that's a huge thing right now. In fact, Chad Lutsky got stuck on. I believe it was Chad. Let me not. When he found out that it was AI, he got rid of it. I think it was Chad. It might not be Chad, but even I bought an AI cover. I didn't know it was an AI cover. I bought it, paid the person $50 for it, and then I never got to use it because it was AI generated. And a lot of, not a lot. Well, there's actually a lot, but all the new cover artists that are popping up right now, it's all AI. And what they're doing is they're generating it with AI and then they go and they tweak the colors, they move things around. They're deleting all the stuff that marks it as AI, which is crazy because if you're going to put that much effort into it to clean it up, just make the fucking cover yourself. But the problem is these images cost. These images, they charge you for these images. Shutterstock, all of these companies charge you for these images. But if you use the AI, there's no watermark because it changes it just a little bit. Yeah, AI music is yeah. I listened I listened to Elvis Presley sing Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us on TikTok today, and it was perfect. You would never know, you would never know that it wasn't that Elvis Presley had not sung that song. AI is unavoidable. It is, unfortunately. What we're gonna end up having is some kind of renaissance or revolution where people seek out humans. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. It's just like right now with social media is dying. Blue Sky, Twitter, all that stuff. They've lost millions of people. They're just People are just going back to real life. It's eventually going to happen with art too, but it might take decades. Yeah. I got a Harlequin on Libby with the cover, a child's body with a woman's head crookedly set on it, crazy looking. I've enjoyed music only to learn later it was made by yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most people don't know. And if you go the dude that sold 200 books, right, using AI, it's probably almost 300 now. But the guy who's doing that, all he has to do on Amazon, there's a little box that says, "Is your book AI generated?" You click that and it gives a little warning down in the description, but most people don't see it. Most people don't care. That's the crazy part because you can sell this stuff so cheap because there's no effort involved whatsoever. He sells all of his books for 99 cents. All of them. It's like it doesn't matter. And here Chuck Tingle is pumping out these books that he's actually writing for the same price and this other person is still outselling him by thousands. It's scary that not even art is safe from AI. Yeah, nothing is. I think eventually entire movies will be AI generated. That's that. I don't know that we'll get to that point because of copyright. Hollywood loves its copyright. And it's so much easier to catch something visual than it is just like with Late Night with the Devil. All they did, all they did, they used AI in some of their trailers, and the movie was fucking boycotted. In fact, the director had to come out and apologize publicly for it. And that wasn't even the movie. That was just the trailer that they used AI for. And they even use AI to make prompts for it. Yes, exactly. It just feeds itself. Wouldn't be the first time Elvis did. Yes. In fact, I just shared something with Shell earlier. I don't know if y'all have seen. Oh, I can't play it. I can't play it. But let me at least grab the artist's name. No, that's not what I want. It's not what I want. Go away. God, I need a new phone. Can't afford one, but I need one. Give me just a second, y'all. He stole from a lot of black artists, but there's one that I saw today. Otis Blackwell is the I haven't muted, but yeah, a black man wrote all of Elvis Presley's biggest hits. Holy shit, Otis Blackwell. And if you go and watch any of Otis Blackwell's performances, Elvis even stole the way he sang from Otis. It's crazy. Um, that is Yeah, it is depressing. My concern is people no longer care. That's it. That's what I was just talking about, Dylan. You named it. You just backed up what I said. My concern is people no longer care if it's human made. It's just passable, numbing entertainment, eliminating the human connection because we have such a heavily disassociated society. You know what else has happened? Let me give you a little bit of inside information. The reason why I've been struggling financially so much is because I can no longer ghostwrite. You want to know why I can't ghostwrite? Because they're using AI. Publishers, publishers, big publishers. I'm not going to mention any names, but the biggest publishers are using AI not only to edit, but they're using it to write books for their most popular authors. It's feeding itself. It's just getting worse and worse, and it's going to continue to get worse until some kind of revolution happens. Eliminating the human connection because we have such a heavily disassociated society. Yeah. The average person does not care if it's AI. The at if I had to give like 90% of people, of human beings do not care where they get their entertainment from. They don't care if they steal it. They don't care if it's made by a robot. They don't care if it's made by you dipping your dick in some ink and squirting it at the fucking wall. They don't care. And that is the issue. The appreciation of art is gone for the most part. I had a pretty niche YouTuber that quit a while back doing a cover of Call Me Maybe with AI, and it's actually really good. Yeah, yeah. I'll take a trashy typo-ridden human-made mess. I've actually started doing like I'm no longer will I talk about bad writing, or hella errors. I'm not talking about it anymore because people just don't care. That's why I stopped doing negative reviews. People don't care. And that's something that barely even has any views, just some dude messing around. Right. Yeah. Well, call me maybe as genius. Okay. 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 Sips coffee judgingly, as the kids would say. Who is that? Like Carl Jepsen? Who sang that song? Something Jepsen, right? Jemison? Fuck it. I'll look it up. I could write all day, every day, and still not compete with that AI speed. The fucked up part about it is I can. Um, and I'm not shitting on you, Ty. I can write that fast. I can produce that fast. And I thought about doing like a John Henry thing where I was gonna do a whole series of it here on YouTube where I challenged the AI to write a certain prompt and then I would write it also. And then I would have you guys judge which one was better. And if the AI won, fuck it, the AI won. But once I found out that everything the AI does, none of it's original, it's all stolen from other writers, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. And giving them all those prompts is going to do nothing but continue to feed the algorithm. Carly Jepsen, it's a woman who sings that song. I think I've heard it maybe once. I don't know. I just know I've seen covers of it on YouTube, and it's usually dudes singing it. I believe you. Don't get me wrong. Let me not just blindly. Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen. Maybe that's why I thought it was. I think the Ray got me. I don't know. Have y'all seen any of the video games with the Gen Z slang? They're literally no difference in the voice. It's just saying stuff like Riz. Yeah, yeah. There's a game that I saw called Skibbity Toilet Riz. Literally what it was called, and I was like, I love bubblegum songs too. I just never got into that one. It's trippy to watch if it's a game you played through many times. Huh. Like Riz and all that brain rot. Yeah, I mean it's no different. I mean, the what let's see here. Let me see if I can put this into words. Usually I write all this stuff down when I have a very strong opinion on something, but the evolution of words is important. It is important that language evolves and language changes over the years so that we can pinpoint certain times and certain cultures and all that stuff. It is very important for that to happen. But what I have noticed is something intriguing. And I'm still putting this together in my head. So give me a second to articulate what I'm getting at. So with TikTok and shorts and reels and all this short form content becoming popular and also censorship becoming more and more prevalent, we have seen a drastic change in the way we say things because you can't call someone dumb on TikTok and get away with it. You can't even say dumb, just like you can't say dead. So what they do is they come up with things like brain rot or smooth brain or wrinkled brain, whatever. They come up with things like that. You hear it all the time now. Unalived instead of dead or self-deleted instead of suicide. I find this very interesting that language is now evolving, and it's done this so in the past, but language is now evolving because of censorship to the point where it's trying to fool the computer instead of trying to fool people, not the computer. That I sounded like, like a 100-year-old man then. It's trying to fool the algorithm. So people are finding different ways of saying things that they would normally get censored for. Just like literally DEI is the new N word. You can't say the N word. So, and you can't say any variation of it. Sometimes you can't even say N word, like N word, like I just said. And in fact, I might get demonetized just for saying it. So people have found new ways to say it. One of those things is well, well, well. Because when you see a black person doing something stereotypical, if you look down in the comments, you're going to see well, well, well. That is a racist dog whistle. So is a lot of the stuff that's out there, like DEI. It's actually DEIA. The A stands for accessibility, which is hilarious because DEI, the people who are helped the most by DEI are white women. So it's really funny that this is a thing. But anyway, it's not funny, but it's interesting to me that people don't realize this. Veterans are DEI hires. Disabled people, of course, are DEI. White women use it the most because these men don't want women in their business. They don't. Women need to stay in the kitchen and cook. That's what they think. So this is why I'm glad I'm not a bigger YouTuber than I am, because people would clip that and then throw it up on the internet. But at least I have, the video, the rest of the video to prove what I was talking about. They did it with Arkham Knight. Damn. Kids today grew up with social media and the internet. Then that's another reason why they don't care about AI. They don't care if something's created with AI because they grew up with it. At 36, I might as well be 100 because we grew up so differently than now. Yeah, and I'm 44. So I've seen all of this stuff. I've seen the way it changes. I saw a video today of a YouTuber on a bicycle wearing a Speedo and freestyling, and he's got all his tattoos, spot on voice, mannerisms, everything, and it's completely AI. Yeah. AI has problem with hands, just like real artists do, but eventually it'll figure that out too, and then we're fucked. Um, I'm not on most social media nowadays, and I didn't know that. My ass is gonna get in trouble for not being on the socials and not knowing shit at some point. Yes. And that's why I still have a TikTok. Because I learned shit like skibbity toilet riz or what riz means. It's just short for charisma. If you're at home and you don't know what riz is, it's short for charisma. But yeah, the racist dog whistles are the ones that bother me the most because the more we censor words, the more that's going to change to a point where only people in the know will know, or small subsections will know what this means, and other people will be like, wait, what are you talking about? So on and so forth. Anyways, we got 8 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye because we've been talking and we got onto a whole different kind of subject here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video right when I went on break, and I'll post that as the VOD. And then people, who want to hop in and, you know, watch the rest of it can go watch the live. But yeah, I am concerned about AI, but there's really nothing I can do about it. OpenAI is huge. So is Chat GPT and DeepSeek. OpenAI is open source. It can't be bought, which is great because Musk wants it badly, but they're not going to sell to him. DeepSeek, 100% free. Chat GPT, just as good, if not better than Chat GPT, is now free. So we're screwed, is what I'm trying to say. So the only thing we can do is start some kind of revolution to get people back interested in human beings. But we are the reason. Liberals and leftists are the reason why so many people don't care anymore, because we have made such a big deal of things that don't actually matter. And I'm not talking about identity politics. I'm not talking about all that stuff. I'm talking about attacking people instead of educating people, attacking people that have a different opinion than us. And yeah, I'm guilty of it. That's why I'm saying us, we, instead of educating, we have become the party or the side that is condescending. Like if you don't think like us, then you're a piece of shit. And while that may be true to some level, that's not going to change anybody. So we got to figure something out where we get back to the human connection. Luckily, with everything going on right now, I do not see this. All I've mostly what I've seen on TikTok are people talking about how they regret voting for Trump, because of all the shit that he's doing, how he's burning it all down. He's like, I didn't think he'd actually do it, or why hasn't this effect? Why haven't eggs come down? So on and so forth. People are getting pissed off at him. They're even more upset because he put Elon, someone who was not voted for, in positions of power to just deconstruct everything. Anyways, I could go on forever, but we need to get back to the human connection. We need to come together, even with people we don't like. And I know that's scary to a lot of us, especially us that are disabled or, LGBTQIA or whatever it might be, different minorities, whatever it is. If we do not do something about the divide, then we will be destroyed. Because what happens next is full on fucking global war. And that's not something that I am comfortable with. I don't know if y'all are. I don't know if y'all are. Everyone on YouTube still, yeah, I know. I get the comments all the time. Trump 2025. Yeah. He's your president. I'm pretty sure Elon is AI. Hey, might be. Let's see here. Imagine what a person could do to the world with AI if they went back to like 2016 or something. Yeah, there's a lot of scary situations. I'm here for the revolution. Yeah, so am I. We got to do something about censorship. We have to do something get people reading again. We have to do something to make people care again. This new generation has known nothing but disaster after disaster after disaster. We have to get these people to care again. I don't know how to do that other than to educate people. So that's what I'm going to try and do through my books, through my presence here online. No more negative reviews, no more attacking Trumpers. And I'm not saying we got to work with these folks. What I'm saying is we have to stop attacking people that don't know they're wrong. I know that I know, goddamn, it sounds terrible, but we need to stop attacking people that don't understand why we're wrong, why they're wrong. We have to stop acting like we're better than these people, because here's the thing, and this is something that I told Derek about a certain situation that happened. Would that person show you the same respect? When we say, hey, respect my pronouns, hey, respect this, hey, respect that, we do not give them the same grace. And what I mean by that is this: they get pissed off being called cis, but yet we want them to respect our pronouns, our way of life, all this. But at the same time, they have every right to be offended. They don't think they're offended. They don't think they're being snowflakes, but they are, because we're all fucking human. The problem right now is that you have the oppressed and who wants to be the next oppressor. That's all we have. And if we can band together and actually take out Luigi, actually take out the problem, then maybe the people that have been lied to, the people that have been told that we're the enemy, that we are evil, will change their mind. But right now, look at it from that point of view. Don't agree with it, but look at it from that point of view. You sit here, somebody watching this right now, oh, he hates Trump. I ain't gonna listen to anything he says. And that's what it comes down to. Is these are not all evil people. I know there's a lot of evil people in the world. These are people that have been lied to. And at the end of the day, we're not even asking them to admit that they were wrong. At this point, we're just trying to get them to admit that he's lying to them. That is a very scary precipice to be standing on the edge of, where they just have to realize that everything he says is against them. It is the exact opposite of what is real, and they ignore it. I'm preaching to the choir. Anyways, let's see here. Uh, the writer's revolution, where you can write about pro-abortion and pro-gun. Well, hey, if that's what it takes to get people to stop using AI, if y'all want to write about all that stuff, whatever, let's come together on something. Fuck it, and not get shot by either. Yeah, I mean, yes, Elon's face is too odd and has six. At the point, I don't care what side you're on as long as you're decent, and that's where I was until all the Trumper shit started. Insane people are on both. You got that right. You got that right. I was cussed out on TikTok by a young person because I called Dan queer. Dan, for a while, has that's just That's just what they identify as, because they haven't really locked it down. They're still coming in their own, so on and so forth. And I'm giving them the space to do all that stuff. So first it was trans, now it's non-binary, and I'm giving them time and space to figure themselves out. So if you hear me change pronouns or whatever with them, it's just the way you have to do with kids. You have to evolve with them and let them make their own decisions. But what I'm getting at is this person doesn't know Dan whatsoever. Does not know that Dan prefers to be queer. Queer is in LGBTQIA. It's the Q, right? That is not going to change anyone. Attacking someone for not getting your own personal preference right is not going to help anyone. Thank you, Lazy. I hope my cough gets better too. Let's see here. Plant seeds and hope they. That's it. That's it. Plant seeds and hope they grow. We're gonna end on that note. We talking about the Mario guy? We were. Apparently he didn't do it. Wasn't even there from what I heard. Yeah, I know. There's all different kinds of. But what I'm talking about is the idea of him. I'm not talking about him. He hasn't been acquitted. He hasn't been convicted. None of that stuff. We don't know anything about Luigi, which is crazy. But we don't know anything about the dude. Every time I see another thing, something else changes. His back was injured. That's why he went rogue, so on and so forth, whatever. I definitely got demonetized already, so it doesn't really matter because you can't say his name at all. There are Mario Maker creators who have had to stop playing as Luigi in the video game because they're getting demonetized for saying Luigi. Oh my God. Read some of the horror stories about Californians trying to get their money from the insurance companies. Yeah. The whole division thing is crazy. We are dynamic creatures with dynamic views, but we cookie cutter our experiences and perceptions into shoehorned ideological boxes and make it our battle cry. Yeah, that's it. I never thought I'd be the person to say that we all need to come together, but fuck it, man. At this point, if we don't, the oligarchs, the politicians, all these crazy motherfuckers, they're going to win. And the only thing I see right now is them winning one battle after another. One battle after another. And the only way to combat that is to come together. I mean, that's my message. I'm not telling you to go out and love people that hate you. That's not what I'm telling you. And I know you guys understand that. What I am saying is stop attacking back. That nothing you say on the internet to these people are going to change their mind, because that's where they get all of their information. They get all their information from people who are lying to them, and they idolize them, and they think them gods. They think them infallible. They think them omniscient. And that is just not the case. And we know that, but the only way to affect that is to educate people. And I'm trying. But if people won't read the stuff that I write, I don't know how else to reach them. So yeah, definitely we need to come together. Maybe you need to say it in the Mario accent. It's a me, Luigi. Not just children, teens, and young adults too. Actually, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think children have to try. Yeah. I agree with all of that. Shower songs. They have united. See, that's the thing. Everybody wonders how the fuck Trump got here. How do you think he got here? They believed him, and they can come together. People get too comfortable. All of us thought Kamala Harris was going to win. All of us thought it. And that's why a lot of us didn't go to the polls. That's why a lot of us sat our asses at home and go, oh, she's got it. There's no way in hell. COVID wiped out half the Republicans. Everybody wants to come together. Hope is the message. Hope is what won it for Barack Obama. Rada, rada, rada. They sat on their asses, and that's how you get a return. That's how you get it. And he's playing in their faces. That's the thing that annoys me, is he's playing in their faces. He's literally like, on the campaign trail, he's like, I will make food cheaper. Then literally the day after he gets installed, he comes out and goes, prices are going to go up, but what can you do about that? Literally. Like, are you fucking kidding me? He's lying. If they would not take this from anyone else. So I'm trying to understand the psychology. A lot of it is literally a cult mentality, to where they don't want to be wrong. So they hold on to this, and I think that's why they think that we idolize our politicians. I fucking hated Joe Biden. Kamala Harris wasn't great, but hell, it was better than the alternative. And that's what it's come down to. It's like you don't like this person, so you got to go this way. Unfortunately. No. Well, yeah, I did hear about his t-shirt, but I don't that's another one I don't mention. His anti-Semitic rants on Twitter have been enough. And what better way for us to come together than reading The Last Free Show? Hell yeah. Let's all come together. All over the book. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Sorry. Sorry. No, I knew yeah, I figured. I mean, because he got pew. Yeah. Yeah, the prices are that high. Yeah, $15. M More in some cases. I remember a certain German. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Nick. But they don't see that. And it's crazy because they idolize their grandfathers and their fathers who fought in these wars and then piss all over their memories. It's it's interesting when you sit down and look at it from from a realm of intelligence. When you sit down and look at it, you're like, how how can that be? But it's simple. It's the mob slash cult mentality. They don't want to be wrong. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. And all these farmers right now making videos on TikTok about how they're surprised that Trump is cutting farm funding and all that stuff that they depend on, especially the small farmers, because he wants to make all farms corporate. That's what he wants. All farms corporate to where we only get our food from like 3 or 4 different sources, right? He wants to turn all the small farms, he wants to allow corporations to buy those farms. That kind of thing. And they're waking up a little bit. They're like, this is going to ruin us. Yeah. That's the fucking point. Is to ruin you. To ruin the middle class. To get rid of y'all completely, to wipe you the fuck out so that it's only poor people and rich people. Because the easiest way to control a society is to keep them stupid, keep them hungry, and make them hate each other. So three things to control a society. Last one to finish has to eat the book. Good lord. I'll be eating the book. I'm a slow eater. Yeah, same here, Ty. But I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I always feel gross being here, but I also like where I live. I like the area that I live in. It's a very tasty book. Thank you. All right, guys, I gotta go. My kid, but I promise, Chris. Me and Chris have been playing checkers a lot, and he hasn't beat me yet. But I'm waiting for the moment he does. It's gonna be amazing because he's just getting better and better and better and better. I also got to go pick up Dan later on, but that's beside the point. I love y'all. We can figure this out, even though there's only 13 of us in here and me. We can figure this out. Hope is all we got left. Keep your hope, keep your head up, and fucking create. All of you, Nick, Ty, everybody in here, create things that matter. Do not get despondent over AI. Do not give up because of AI. Eventually, we will be remembered for what we did during this period. Remember that. We will be remembered. The smallest of us creators will be remembered as the people who continued to work passionately on whatever their interest was. And people will come back. Renaissance, revolution, reimagining. Y'all have a good night. Until next time, I have been E, you have been you. This has been another hang out and chat kind of thing, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.